What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, well, if you have been playing since the drop of Modern and Wild, and that has been roughly a day and a half from the time that I'm recording this video, and I would say that it's become very, very obvious that Modern at this point in time is way more lucrative. Now, there's been many people talking about, I think Tales from the Cryptmaster even did a video talking about this. So I'm not here to tell you that because I'm late, but that's also not the point of this video. The point of this video is to kind of analyze why that is, when I think we know, but then how things are going to look moving forward. Because the why of it is very clearly the bots, or at least that's the alleged or most likely reasoning for this. And the main point with that is the fact that the bots have not been calibrated for Modern format. And so in this precious time that we have before the bots start kind of choosing between Modern and Wild, what ends up happening is that Modern is filled with mostly players, and that added DEC reward pool, so the DEC reward pool was doubled, that added DEC reward pool is untainted by a ton of accounts, you know, essentially rating it with constant battles. And so we get to see just how nice it could be without, you know, major bot farms coming in. Now, the thing is, again, I'm bot neutral, so I'm not trying to make a statement one way or another on bots. Bot farms exist, bots exist. That's just that is just a reality of the game until the team decides to do something about it, or until we as a community decide to make a proposal that makes sense and have, you know, the SPS governance vote on it. But that's still a while away. Either way, or regardless, where do things move in the future? We are going to SPS ranked rewards. And one of the things that I think is going to be really, really important, and we're seeing, and it's even more so now because we're seeing this stark difference between what happens when you have the regular players and what happens when you have all of the bots saturating and kind of draining the DEC rewards pool. So when looking at that, I have this pulled up here. This is the replacing DEC with SPS ranked rewards. What I believe is the most important thing here is this paragraph. There's a fixed supply of 7.5 million SPS tokens per month allocated to ranked battle rewards, and this supply will be portioned out between ranked battle wins and focus slash season chests with a separate pool for each chest tier. Now, Matt also talked about this in the town hall, the most recent one that he was on. And essentially right now, when the bots, well, I shouldn't say the bots, but when accounts come in, they're all pulling from the same pool. And sure, the tiers, the higher tiers or the higher leagues have that rating cubed and therefore are able to earn a lot more per basis. But when you just have a ton of bots coming in, or a ton of accounts coming in, I should say, and just rating and playing custom battles, they're pulling out little by little. And when you scale that up, it adds up to be quite a bit. Now, the thing is, if you watched the previous video, I've already said that if we stay at this price, and even if we go a little bit below the current price of SPS, which is like 4.5 to 5 cents, 7.5 million SPS per month will be way more than what the DEC pool is going to be in terms of a dollar standpoint. But even better is this line here. There's going to be a separate pool for each chest tier. So now, if the bots are primarily in bronze and silver, then they're going to be fighting for their own pool. Whereas people in gold, diamond, and champion will have their own respective pools. Now, the thing is, there has been, you know, at least talk or maybe even recognition of bots potentially moving up in levels, especially if they have the cards. So we may start to see that happen. And I think I was saying bots in gold. So I do wonder how high, you know, the bot farms will go, because if the better rewards, meaning that, you know, there's no way they're going to put like, I don't think that they would divide it evenly between bronze, silver, gold. I think that they would probably offer higher pools or larger pools for the higher leagues, right? So that would make the incentive even more so for people to try and get into the highest league possible. And that's exactly what the team is trying to incentivize, right? They want everybody to stop running multiple accounts and really just put everything into one account and play it as much as they can, right? Or we'll get into the ECR stuff in another video, since that's something that might be coming down the line. But the way I look at it is this will help tremendously. Now, I know people aren't happy about the SPS Ranked Battle Rewards, or at least not everybody's happy about it. And I got to say that it was definitely a shocker to me too. Not in the sense that we didn't know it was coming. Of course, we knew that it was coming. I just thought it was going to layer on top of DEC rewards. But now that DEC is being taken out and we're going to get SPS kind of formatted or structured in this way between each chest tier, I'm actually okay with it. I think it'll be better in that sense. I mean, again, I still do believe that it's going to create a ton of sell pressure on SPS, but they had to start this at some point, right? I don't know how long they could have put it off. Maybe another 6 months, like early next year, but it wouldn't have made sense. And the earnings in the game from a DEC standpoint would have been tremendously low following the end of the airdrop. Now, again, I'm sure if the team could have done it earlier, they would have, but they really just wanted to wait until the end of the airdrop so that kind of inflationary mechanism, or the dilutionary mechanism, I should say, would be done with, and they could start another one which isn't as high, but still, offering ways to earn SPS. And now it's going to be SPS for playing the game rather than just holding assets in it. So a lot of what you saw last year was people coming in and just buying up assets in the game because all they needed to buy was a ton of DEC or rewards cards or land or whatever the case was, whatever the most cost efficient, land probably wasn't, but the most cost efficient CP per dollar. And holding that, and I shouldn't say just CP, but I guess airdrop points per dollar, and just holding that was giving a ton of SPS over time. Now that that's coming to an end, the two mechanisms, SPS Ranked Battle Rewards and SPS Brawl Rewards, which should be coming probably in the near future as well, are going to require people to play. And I think that's going to bring in a different audience. Now, it could still bring in a good amount of people, especially if SPS pumps a little bit and people see that the rewards of playing the game are good. So there could be this kind of, I hate to use the term perfect storm, but it's like the card prices are relatively low. And if SPS pumps due to Rift Watchers or maybe a promo card or something, the narrative around the game could be something along the lines of like, hey, I'm earning X amount of dollars per day, right? In SPS, not like cents, right? The way that DEC is, or fractions of a penny. I could be earning X amount of dollars playing this game. And that type of word of mouth marketing, whether it's through like YouTube videos or Reddit or Discord or whatever, that type of word of mouth could bring a lot of interest into the game at a time when packs are available and cards are relatively cheap, at least compared to where they were last year. So I am kind of, I don't want to say bullish, but I'm kind of optimistic, let me put it that way, about where things go with this in the future. And again, if the sell pressure from SPS Ranked Battle Rewards ends up being too high and there's not any other really utility that comes with it, or if the regular markets, I shouldn't say regular, but the broader markets and Bitcoin potentially nuke down further, a lot of this point could be moot, right? Because people are just going to be scared to get into anything. But going back to the rewards, I think this is going to be a really important part because it will be another attack on major bot farms and trying to regulate this and really get the best rewards to the highest levels. So I'm excited for this. Again, mixed feelings overall about everything, but this is something that's really important and I wanted to shine a light on just due to the fact that people are seeing now a stark difference between the earnings in Wild and the earnings in Modern. So we know what causes this. And we know that the team is working to try and resolve this, not from a micromanagement and surgical approach, but from a top-down, like let's change the reward structure. And so part of me looks at this and says, maybe the team hasn't been so focused on, clamping down on bots here and there because they do believe actions like ranked rewards and now this ranked battle rewards for SPS could be major game changers in how bot farms operate. And again, there's no hate against bot farms, right? It's like if people see an arbitrage there and they're willing to put the capital in and invest in the game because they do need to invest into the game to a certain extent, then, more power to them. But the thing is, my thing with bot farms is I just wonder if you're fighting a losing battle, right? And so you'll constantly be against both the community and the team trying to crack down on exploits. So if this ends up being another way to kind of crack down on that, it remains to be seen how effective it will be, but I do think that for a majority of the accounts that end up staying in bronze and silver, it's going to suck for the players that are there, but hopefully, you know, the rewards you get, like the chest rewards you get, can make up for it, or at least offer something to the newer players, and I think that's what's going to be important. But for the higher levels, the SPS earnings should be significantly better and significantly more. So again, that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next one, and I will see you around the game. Take care.